Yeah, and it is about finding a balance. It's exactly what it is. And as someone who's worked in radio for a really long time, I also worked in TV for an extremely short time. I know that it's the loudest voices and not the most informed who are on TV. So it's up to the people who really know their stuff to get on TV. Otherwise, people are informed by just loudmouths who really don't know much. I mean, there's one guy who I won't say a name. I kind of want to, but like this audience would know who I'm talking about, and he has a big audience, and people love him, and they think he's great, and he's a former Navy SEAL. But like this guy goes on TV as an expert on policing, for example, and they say former police officer. When I know for a fact that this guy worked as a police officer in a very small town for about 3 months, that should not be your subject matter expert on what's going on in policing issues. But because he's just a guy who does media, that's who goes on there. And then in the worst case, for example, there was like that guy Wayne Simmons, who was a fake CIA officer who was on Fox News all the time, who had a blurb from Donald Rumsfeld on his book. And the blurb was something like Wayne Simmons has been there and done that. He knows his stuff. And then we find out his entire career is fake. And it's because people in the media don't vet anyone. Someone could just say, I worked in the CIA, and they will be a Fox News contributor or an MSNBC contributor. I mean, the latest of which I've seen is Dave Park is going after this guy, Malcolm Nance, who's on MSNBC all the time and has faked a ton of his credentials. According to Dave, because I don't want to get sued, I know it's between like both of these guys, but I do happen to believe Dave on this. I know Dave knows his stuff. But my point being, like, it is up to you guys to go out there and get the real story out there, because if you don't do it, someone else is going to be out there and they're probably going to say the wrong things and get the story wrong. Thanks for checking out Battle Line Podcast. This is just a smaller clip from our latest episode, which you can check out in its entirety by clicking here. While you're watching, be sure to hit the subscribe button and thumbs up the video to show your support. Now, if you'd really like to help us out, click the thanks button below to make a donation. It goes directly to us in keeping Battle Line Podcast going.